If you own a Duramax, Cummins, or Power Stroke diesel truck, you rely on it daily, and the last thing you need is an injector failure putting your truck out of service. InjectorsDirect.com is based in San Luis Obispo. Provides the highest quality replacement injectors available. We offer local pickup or free same-day shipping, a low price guarantee, and a level of customer service you would expect from a local company. Visit InjectorsDirect.com or call 800-500-0980 today.
Such as rodeo is such as life. If you can perfect your emotions, your attitude, and your actions, your reactions to rodeo, you're doing life pretty damn good.
We've been farming in this area for over 5 generations. About 5 years ago, we looked out at the way hay was being sold and saw an opportunity to bring a product to the customer so that they know the whole entire process, from the ground prep, to the seed, to the fertilizer, to the cutting and baling. We control every process from start to finish.
We do things differently on the West Coast. Rod and hammers, slow stills. Quality spirits crafted for the true, the bold, the authentic. Cut with the Pacific. This is how California does whiskey. Visit slowstills.com to find a bottle near you.
$100 World Championships, over $50 million in rider earnings, one horse feeder. Stall grazer, feeding equine athletes for over 25 years.
Tough to see a lot of change in rodeo. What can we use that's right here accessible to us to promote the Western way of life and grab the attention of the world?
Like, of course it's going to be cool, but how are you going to do it?
A lot of people have big ideas, but Ben Londo has the work ethic and the vision to carry it all out.
Well, I've been getting wild.
Slow is very unique in the fact that most of the places of great rodeos that take place, there's no palm trees and there's no ocean. But in Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, you've got it all here.
The original cowboy capital of the world is Oakdale, California. The West Coast was where the big dogs of rodeo, the best cowboys on earth, lived.
And you know, when you go to Cal Poly, you actually have to go to class. So the best part is, not only do they produce some of the best rodeo cowboys, they produce some of the smartest rodeo cowboys. If you're going to come to Cal Poly Rodeo, you better be serious about what you're doing. And Ben will find your weaknesses right away.
All right, Jeff. Get it on your mind. Let's go rope one sharp.
When I came into the program, the numbers were down a little bit. We were down to, I think there was 24 kids in the program. The rodeo grounds needed some work. There was a lot of work to be done to get us to where I wanted to be.
All right, good job. Let's let Matt if you can.
Intensity-wise, yes, he is very intense, but he's always pushing you, making you test your boundaries.
Kind of picking up and chasing it.
My dad brought me out and was like, you have to meet the new rodeo coach. He's a super cool guy. And that was the end. I knew I wanted to come to school here. I knew I wanted him to be my coach.
You talk to anyone in the rodeo industry, and even in the schooling industry here at Cal Poly, they're like, Ben Londo, that guy does things differently.
On the one hand, he's fearless, and that showed in his competition. National all-around champion for Cal Poly Rodeo, coupled with his work ethic. He's not just a visionary that can't get it done. He gets it done. You know, he was a huge part of taking Poly Royal Rodeo to Spanos Stadium, our football stadium.
When we were wondering how to get more fans in our stands at our regular rodeo, I drive right by a football stadium that seats 12,000 people every day. Why not try and make that work to our advantage?
Reno and Ben Londo create the largest college rodeo in the history of the sport. So, okay, let's go to the beach.
No one understood what he wanted to do. Like, no one's put a rodeo on the beach before in the way that we are doing it.
Some of the best rodeo ground and footing you could imagine. Beautiful, you know, manicured beach sand. Perfect, just needs 3 sides and a crew.
None of us were rodeo kids. Most of them had never seen rodeos before. When we joined the class, we have a list of all the committees we want to be a part of, and I put production as my number 1. And he was like, there you go, production lead. And I was like, all right.
So I get a phone call and it's like, well, we're doing it. This is your job, and we're going to work on this together over the summer to make this happen. And I was like, all right, full steam ahead.
Doing a rodeo on the beach, no one else does that. Just us.
The announcer's a student. The flagger's a student. The guys pulling the gates are students. The guys who set up and tore down the arena are students. And all the production elements, you know, Cal Poly's motto is learn by doing, and here we go. And it's kind of eclectic at times, but how cool is that? People leave here from every major loving rodeo.
Not very many of them will go on and pursue anything professional in rodeo, but this is all the opportunities we have to build life skills and make them better people.
The tradition of old rodeo in California never wavers, never dies within the Cal Poly Rodeo program. That tradition is cemented for the rest of time.
We are Cal Poly Mustangs.
We show up early, ready, and focused.
We compete with purpose and drive.
We respect and care for each other and our animals.
We are positive and grateful. We pursue excellence in all we do.
We are a team, and we ride for the brand.
We live this vision and we stay on the trail.
This is a presentation of MakeLine Productions. When the age-old rhythm of the rodeo meets the timeless dance of the ocean waves, an unparalleled spectacle is born. In a world where tradition meets innovation, where the grit of rodeo rides the pulse of the Pacific, one man dares to challenge the norm. Ben Londo, a visionary of his time, orchestrates an event that breaks barriers, merging two worlds that on the surface seems worlds apart. At Cal Poly, the heart of rodeo innovation, Londo's BreakaWave is more than just a rodeo. It's a statement, a testament to audacity, ambition, and the age-old spirit of the cowboy. As the sun ascends and the shadows retreat, the shores of Cal Poly will witness a rodeo like never before. Here, the spirit of the Old West meets the undying vigor of the ocean. Welcome to BreakaWave.
Just got a severe high tide warning for September 28th.
Oh no.
Some
Yeah, that sucks. What time?
it says 9 p.m. High tide's 10. We've got a couple different scenarios. So one scenario is before the final four, we come in there with the reach system, pluck the bucking chutes, at least get them out of there.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be all right.
Oh yeah, I know. You've done it before. You'll be fine.
Oh, Ben's a crazy man. He's always like, hey, I've got an idea. And I'm like, oh, crap. Probably can't say that on camera, sorry. But Ben's just the idea guy. I don't know how his mind works, but he's usually just like, let's do something crazy. And Kendra and I are like, okay, let's see how we can make this work. So my job is to essentially make Ben's dreams come true because, you know, it's Ben's world and we're just living in it.
Cal Poly, a name synonymous with innovation, community, and the mantra of learn by doing. But beyond the classroom, in the dirt, and under the spotlight, another kind of education unfolds.
We're trying to convey that Cal Poly Rodeo is always breaking barriers. We're always doing something new, something more outrageous, something crazy, something cool, something that people, rodeo fans and non-rodeo fans alike, will enjoy and love and remember for the rest of their lives.
Not everybody has the opportunities that we do to open doors and make things like this happen. So we're trying to capitalize and make something great of this and tell the story of both this event, this program, but mainly all the student involvement that makes it happen. You know, have something that these students can look back and say, hey, I was part of that.
So our role model, Ben Londo, he's the hardest working person like I've really ever met, and he's always out here working for all the kids on the team, and then he goes home and he works so hard with his family, and he's, you know, he has a million priorities and he somehow always manages to fulfill all of them. And so seeing that as like a student and seeing how much he gives to us, it just really builds a family unit and makes all of us want to kind of carry our weight and work together. And you just kind of, the energy is just hardworking and passionate, and it's really cool to be around.
I love this program because of the practice opportunity that everybody has here and the unique events and kind of the limits we push around here.
I love this program because we all become like a brotherhood or like family, and we all look after one another. This program really teaches you how to realize like when it's time to become an adult and step up to the plate and understand where to go in life.
Man, it's really cool, you know, working with these people because they're all so sharp, like such sharp individuals that it kind of makes me think, hey, you know, like you don't have to worry about micromanaging too much. Like just turn people loose. If you treat them with respect and give them a solid deal, like, hey, this is what we got to get done, embracing a big family like this and, you know, not selling anybody short, you can conquer anything you want, really.
In the heart of every groundbreaking endeavor lies a singular, unwavering goal. A beacon of aspiration that lights the path, no matter how challenging. For this BreakaWave to not just be an event, but an unforgettable experience, the goal is to simply transcend the ordinary. But with grand ambitions comes equally grand challenges.
Yeah, last year's challenges, we got hit with a storm right during the event. The weather was fine for us. It was cloudy and foggy, so our camera shots weren't the best. You couldn't really see the sun. Our arena wasn't curved in the corners on the water like it is this year. So we had 2 breach of containments with animals. Totally fine after, but I think having that curvature will just turn them back in towards the arena this year. we faced the challenge of, okay, we've done the BreakaWave twice already. What can we do more? How can we make it bigger? We don't want to be basic. We don't want to do the same thing every year. People get bored, especially with the internet and everything. So this year, we implemented 2 arenas. We have our North Arena and our South Arena. With that, we are going to be doing breakaway roping from both arenas at the exact same time. To do that, we are going to have a red light, green light, yellow light, stop light going, and both girls are going to go into their boxes. They'll get 10 seconds once that red light lights up. Once it hits yellow, they're in the 5. And once it hits green, both chute operators will open the chutes at the same time. So, compared to traditional breakaway ropings, girls will not be nodding to signal they're ready. It's either they're ready or they're not.
As soon as we got down on the beach and started looking at location, we were chasing high tide out, right? So it's actually the location we have the event is underwater. And we're trying to find the best 600 feet to set up on the beach. We've got a little bit of variance within our permit, and it's unreal how powerful and changing the ocean is, because what we were all looking at the night before looked drastically different.
So we had to pivot 20 minutes before our setup and find a new location to put the event. So we moved 200 yards south of the planned location and moved 75 feet inland from where we had originally put the footprint.
Best, flattest, easiest spot we could find was only about just under 400 feet long. So basically cut our event into 2/3 the size originally planned. And from a rodeo standpoint, when you change your arena depth, now we're changing the score for our starts and our cattle, changing the orientation of our bucking chutes, had to cut down our catch pins, you name it. Everything changed drastically, which, that's part of doing events, especially events that you have to set up and tear down the same day. Got to learn to adapt and think on the fly, and honestly, that's the stuff that makes the story. So it worked out, and actually it was a tighter, more intimate arena. So somebody had a plan. Damn sure wasn't me, but we put it all together there at the end.
Now, with just hours away from the event, preparations are in full swing. The lessons from yesteryear are being transformed into action, setting the stage for a more remarkable BreakaWave.
At Quinn Ag Products, we're proud to provide our customers with the best values in sales, service, and parts every day. We're a full-service dealership offering both new and used ag machinery from top brands like Massey Ferguson, Fendt, and more. Whether you're tackling a honey-do list or running a full-time commercial operation, Quinn Ag Products has what you need to get it done. Stop by one of our 20 convenient locations today to get a quote on a Massey Ferguson or Fendt tractor.
Hello, California! I need to know how many of y'all are ready for a good time. This is truly one of the most legendary things you will ever have the opportunity to see.
Man, it's going to be a great day. What can we complain about? We're on the beaches of Pismo, California, watching the greatest sport ever, rodeo. And we get to do it, and once in a lifetime, one place in the world does this on a beach. Nowhere else in the world do they have a rodeo on a beach with a view this nice. I come from the Aloha state of Hawaii, and I have never been to a rodeo on the beach. This is quite the amazing experience. Yes, well, you heard us talk a little bit earlier. We're going to do tournament style. 16 in the first round, head to head. They're going to go at the same time. Breakaway roping match. Fastest time moves on to the next round.
That's exactly right. Single elimination. You are going to see these girls go head-to-head at the same time. Fast time wins. It's going to be incredible. We'll get more into the rules as we progress a little bit longer. But with that being said, all that's left is the doing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So Ben, let's send them on and let's meet the ladies. We start out with the Cowgirls in Tournament 1. Bracket number 1, that is Beth Hitchcock and Fran Carlin.
We got them captured on this side.
That's right. It doesn't even matter the time. Fran Carlin is going to get the dub and move on. Beth Hitchcock rides out of this arena with a no time. She earned her way here. Why don't we pay off Miss Beth and her amazing horse Trouble as they leave this arena.
Moving on to round number 2. It's Maggie Usher and Nicole Donahue.
Whoa! It's our first double miss of the day.
We're going to run them right back in the box, and we're going to have another rope off.
And Maggie's calf is going to, that's not a calf, that's a cow. That is a full-grown cow, probably had 2 calves.
Bovine.
Yep. And that cow is going to get through the loop, escape it like the magical bovine that we know these animals can and will be. And so Maggie, the 2022 Cal Poly Royal Champ, is not going to get a time. Okay, this is Fallon Ruffoni and Leah Gibbs.
Fallon Ruffoni and Leah Gibbs. We broke the barrier.
By time, she would have gotten her. We were at 3:55, but we're clean on this side. So that means that Fallon Ruffoni and Rio are moving on to round number 2. Let's go.
Well, we're going to move on down to Emily Gately and Hannah O'Connor.
Snap, crackle, pop, the north side gets it done again. 3:58, but it didn't matter because all we needed was a clean run. So that means Emily Gately is moving on to round number 2. And Em, you can be smiling, that's good.
We're going to move on down. Haley Grant and Cassidy Schumacher. Cassidy, a rancher and a beekeeper. Get a little honey out of this run. Well, Haley Grant gets it done again on your side, Anthony.
All right, let's go. Sammy Massey on the horse named Billy on the north side, Avery May on the south.
Wow.
This is close.
Avery May gets it done in this bracket. Caslin Weidebanner
and Delaney Browder. So on my side, which is Caslin, we had a 12-49, a broken barrier. 12-49, broken barrier. Daniel, say it to me softly.
On my side, we were a 3:05, but we broke the barrier.
So that is gonna mean that Caslin on Norman, the West Coast Regional Champ, the Collegiate National Finalist by way of Arizona, is gonna move on.
The finesse and agility of breakaway roping paints a vivid tapestry of tradition and technique. But as the tides shift and the waves go restless, another form of age-old challenge is on the horizon. Just as surfers harness the raw power of the ocean, finding rhythm within chaos, so too do our cowboys face their own formidable adversary. It's time for Man vs. Beast.
As we head to the buck and shoots, you've watched the Cowgirls. How many of y'all are ready to see the Cowboys and bucking horses? Saddle bronc riding time. The preforts are loaded, and we are going to start with a Morgan Hill Cuesta College Cougar. This is Matt Sicily. Saddle bronc riding, this is an exhibition of sorts, but believe me when I tell you that there's still bragging rights on the line. It is something special.
Yeah!
The one unique thing as the ride comes to an end about this is once the ride is over, that's when the wildness truly can begin. Whoop, 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 and there it is. There it is. Headed to the Pacific. What? Whoa! Look at him go. What about this? Where's David Hasselhoff when you need him? That's how you do it. That is truly one of the most incredible sights you will ever see as the Cowboys make their way back. Tell them something good. Hey, and would you believe this? We have one lady that is one of our pickup people, and she's the one who's got the horse. That is Jess Cardone. As the water gets closer and closer. Is this supposed to happen? Jeez. All right, we're going to swap sides.
Yes, sir. We're going to move on down to this year's collegiate national champion, Hugh McCarter, 24th in the world standings, number 4 right now in the rookie standings as this season comes to an end. Watch as this cowboy from Northern California puts the ride to the high, Quentin McCarter. He's been there, done that.
He has truly not only won the title, brought it back for the Mustangs where he was the co-champion at the College National Finals Rodeo with the Australian David Brennan, but he has made waves, literal waves, in the world of pro rodeo.
Exactly.
Well, let's go to the King. Leland King, that is. Very talented cowboy, has gotten some wins in our world of professional rodeo, has represented. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods yet. All right, now we are. Our great group of pickup people doing a phenomenal job. Danny, Bronco, Jess, Josh, the entire crew. So Leland King gets a qualified ride. What do you got to say to the king of Cal Poly?
Well, as we move to the south side of the arenas, we're going to go to Tucker Burdett. Quest the Cowboy, CNFR qualifier himself. This cowboy is the Cowboys of Cowboys right here. Outside rope and inside the arena, Tucker has got you covered. Pickup man when he's not riding. Tucker Burdett's just an all-around hand.
Plain simple, and he's from Hollister. And so he grew up riding the waves, and now he's riding bucking horses near the waves.
Near the waves. This cowboy can do it all. He's got the stash to score him for 90. Get set for our second round of this bracket system. We're gonna go.
All right.
Grant Carlin and Katie Whitney.
Yep, there you go.
They're out again.
Katie Whitney making that cactus rope sizzle around the neck. She will move on. So on the north side, we've got Delisa Frasia on Brody, and she is matched up with
Nicole Donahue. Holy moly! You go first, Anthony.
All right, we have a clean run of 3.37.
Well, I also have a clean run of 2.71 seconds.
Unbelievable. Carla Green, the East Texan, the strength and conditioning coach on the north side representing Crown G, matched up with Paula Cooper, the master's student.
We're captured again. Oh man, Paula Cooper, clean 366. You're moving to the next round.
to my smarty cowgirl, Gracie Lopez from Santa Ynez, the chemistry student, the Cal Poly Rodeo Queen, and the West Coast Rookie of the Year. Caslin on Norman.
Caslin Whitebenner.
Oh, the plot thickens.
And indeed it does. Maui Island cowgirl Preeford brings us to her.
Elizabeth Miranda representing Preeford Rodeo and Ranch Equipment.
And on the south side, Fallon Raffoni. 2.86 for Fallon Raffoni. Alrighty, who are we going to next, Anthony?
Lost Hills, California's Brooke Jackson, the mama to Raleigh and Rollins on Juanita on the north side.
And on the south side, Emily Gately. Oh, we did some fishing on the south side to be clean with a 462 for Emily Gately, which was good enough to win this bracket. We got Haley Grant on the south side, Macy Cox, Quinn Caterpillar, her employer, helping her out here in the Breakaway roping. Well, we got them captured over here. Haley Grant is going to move on to the next bracket system.
As we now go to on the north side, it's going to be Slow Bruise, Brady Bordetta.
Avery Mick on this side, our Cal Poly Rodeo president.
I don't even want to say it, but Brady Bordetta is going to show us a 2:48 plus 10, 12 and 48. And your time?
We're 361 clean on the barrier. Avery May moving on to round number 3.
So fans, round 2 of our tournament style comes to a completion. Why don't you make some noise for every single one of these talented competitors here tonight.
We got the beautiful Pacific Ocean, bucking horses on the beach. What more could we ask for? This is Wyatt Wood, Oregon Cowboy, second year at Cal Poly. CNFR qualifier his freshman year to Casper, Wyoming. He is your 2023 bareback riding West Coast Regional Champion. Make a little noise for the Oregon Cowboy.
Here we go. Our pickup people doing a phenomenal job. Why don't you make a little noise for the Bareback Jack putting on a show for you. South side we go for our next young competitor. Not quite in the collegiate ranks, but he has made all the right moves in the high school ranks, hailing from the Pacific Northwest in Oregon. This is the young man,
Brody Dent.
Brody Dent is the man. Trying to make an impression on Ben Londo and the great group from Cal Poly. This young man has a very, very bright future ahead of him. Big stage, big opportunity. Fans, let's do it. That is a high school cowboy. Great job, Brody. Good job, cowboy.
We'll shake it back down to the breakaway roping. On the north side, we're going to have Katie Whitney, and on the south side, Nicole Donahue. We have Katie Whitney, Cactus Ropes.
Alrighty.
Well, as we move them down, Paula Cooper on the north side, Caslin Whitebenner on the south side.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. South side's got a catch, south side wins.
Through clean with a 3.1, Caslin Whitebenner.
The top 8 earn their way back. This is Fallon Ruffoni on the north side.
And on the south side, Emily Gately on the south side. Well, I got a broken barrier, but we're 361, so it's gonna be a 1361.
I too have a broken barrier on the north side, but it is a 12 and 66, including, so Fallon gonna pull her hat down tight for more runs here today. All right, we're gonna go now to Haley Grant, matched up against your cowgirl.
Avery May here in Southside.
Haley Grant moving on to California State Champ.
The semi-bracket of Breakaway roping has been a whirlwind of skill, speed, and heart-racing moments. Each contender giving their all, riding on hopes, dreams, and countless hours of practice.
This is the Final Four. Final Four, we are working our way down to the Final Two, and that is how we will get a champion. As the tide rolls in, the sun begins to set, we are about to have the opportunity to watch 4 cowgirls who have battled, who have fought, who have earned their way back to compete in this, the Breakaway Final Four. Of course, Cal Poly continues to change the game.
There's been countless miles, early mornings, and more late nights than you can remember. It's the spirit of excellence that drives you with one goal in mind. Whether you're chasing the dream or working to stay on top, it's all the same. Because the desire to be a champion never sleeps.
Katie Whitney in the North Arena, Cactus Ropes ready to go once again.
Auto sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Caslin Weidebenner here in the Southside Arena. Caslin, you've seen her already 3 times. Twice on the Southside Arena, once in the North. Arizona cowgirl right here. Cal Poly student watches Caslin Weidebenner. Fallon Ruffoni on the North Side Arena. And on the South Side, Haley Grant.
Ladies, take your spots.
Oh.
Unfortunately, on the north side, there's going to be a front leg in the loop. It has to be a slick bell collar catch. So Fallon Ruffoni, she's still smiling. She still did a wonderful job, but she is going to receive a no time. That means the south side.
Southside. 2 of our girls have qualified to the finals. Haley Grant and Caslin Weidebenner. Well, it's time to rattle the gates and make a little noise. It's a short round of the BreakaWave jackpot here at Pismo, California.
Okay.
Auto sequence start in 5, 3, 2, 1.
Oh! Clean run on the north side with a 3.20.
Well, we would have been a 273, but we broke the barrier.
So Caslin is going to be the 2023 BreakaWave champion.
Woo! Yeah. Even our mishaps were awesome. No one got hurt. No animals got hurt. We had a shit ton of people here, more than we've ever had, by like 3 times more than ever. Timed it perfectly, sunset right for our last girl. I couldn't be happier. It's great. Now I can start doing next year's.
With the day drawing to a close, casting its final golden hues across the horizon, marking the accumulation of another BreakaWave. The spirit of this event transcends beyond the sands, the surf, and the sport. It's the heartbeat of every Cal Poly student, the echo of a mantra that defines them. Learn by doing. Today, these shores witness more than just a rodeo. They witness passion, perseverance, and the practical embodiment of a philosophy. For in every ride, every rope, and every roar of the crowd, there's a lesson learned, an experience gained, and a dream realized. BreakaWave is not just an event, it's a demonstration to what can be achieved when hands-on learning meets boundless aspiration. Here's to the spirit of Cal Poly, and to the promise of many more waves to break and horizons to chase. Until the next tide, ride on.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was just like, so which arena am I roping in? Like, because it was a different setup. When I didn't even know I won. I was walking over to my parents actually to pick one of my ropes back up, and they're like, here comes Caslin, the winner in the arena. I was like, oh shoot, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just kind of waved to my friend that was standing over on the announcer's box, and then walked over to my friends in the crowd and gave them a fist bump and said hi.
No, it literally for me, it felt like it was 5 minutes long. You know, and I was there from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., but I felt like I was there for 5 minutes. It was just a whirlwind.
I even was like, it was too short. I want to keep doing this like for a while, because all of my work going into it, I knew every single detail, and I'm like, prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
I know people from Utah, Nevada, Colorado that are all texting me. They're like, we just heard about this. Like, did you guys actually do that? yeah, we did actually do that. Like, that's pretty crazy. It was probably 8 a.m. There was nothing there. And then, you know, by 1, there's 2 arenas and 2 chutes, and, you know, we got it all set up. And then by 9:30, we've got it all off the beach again. So, you know, we kind of had to haul, but it made it like so fun. And I don't know, it's one of those things where it's work, but you're so happy to contribute just because it's such like a cool thing. I was like, man, no one else has done this.
I really didn't know what to expect. Never been in a situation like that in my life before, so just kind of going along for the ride and seeing what happened. Didn't know what to do really. The crowd's going crazy. It's why we ride Broncs. It's that feeling you get. It's just the best adrenaline rush or whatever it be. That's why we keep coming back and getting on more.
Anything's possible if you put your mind to it. And with the
effort that Ben's production class with these young students, their young minds, their creativity. You know, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen next year. It just every year it gets getting better and better, and people are asking, "What are you going to do next year?" I'm just going, "Well, if I told you now, you know, it wouldn't be that much of a surprise the next year." So there's ideas floating around, but we'll save that for the next Breakaway.
If you want to be a part of BreakaWave 2024, please reach out to me, Kendra, at rodeo@calpoly.edu.